we're going to look at vehicle customization in this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all your love, for your likes, for your sharing, your commenting, and for subscribing. It really helps me out and I really do appreciate it. So of course I've already bought 17 because I can't wait, and I'm like freaking out over here. We have, at least when this episode is posted, less than a month to go, almost 20 days until 17 is out. I'm so excited. But in this episode, let's just focus on vehicle customization. Now, what's really interesting about Farming Simulator in general, the whole series, is that it's true, Giants does want to offer all of these simulation options, all of these customization options to make the game unique to you so that you can enjoy it and have fun. And that's one of the reasons why I like it. Withering on, withering off. You want to turn missions on or off. You want to do missions. Do you want to do cow farming or not? And so forth. And so Giants has gone beyond what they usually do and have had even more customization options. This is just for the vehicles, guys and gals. Just keep that in mind. This is just vehicle customization. This does not go over any other type of customization that they may have. So let's take a look. Let's start with a few photos and we'll go from there. Now, I think this is a great photo, guys and gals. I love it. It's all for Deutz-Fahr tractors. And what I love is it's basically the same tractors all the way down. Let's start with the one all the way in the back. What this is trying to highlight and show you are their different wheel options. Now, if you look, it might be a little hard to tell, but I'm going to call the one all the way in the back number 1, the one a little bit closer, 2, 3, and 4. 4 would be the one closest to me on the left and closest to us. Now, if you look at number 1 all the way far back, you do see the wheels and the tires. Now, it's a little bit hard to tell, but if you notice 1, 2, 3, 4, all of the tires are different. Now, I'm not sure if the first one is narrow or standard, but it's assumable that it is one of the other. I'm just going to say narrow for now. It's a little bit hard to tell, but if you look at the second one, you can definitely see something on the wheels, and those are wheel weights. Now I know what these things are, and basically they're added on the wheels to make it easier for you to have traction. They push the tractor down on the back end and make it a little bit easier to pull things and get in the mud and so forth. If you look at the third tractor, 1, 2, 3, you see that again you have similar wheel options to the first one, although those might be standard. But then if you look at the fourth, look at that, guys and gals. What I love is you have the quad wheels, so double wheels all the way around, all 4 tires, so you have 8 now. And if you look even in the center of the hubcaps, or the hubs, the wheel center, you do see where they are attached, where they're added to the other wheel. That is so cool. So even those details, Giants has gone great lengths to do. Now here's another example, guys and gals. We have a truck. This truck will be available in Farming Simulator 17. But what I really like, again, it's the same truck all the way down. You may say, what? No, they look different. Look at the hood. No, this is the exact same truck, guys and gals. Let's start with what's obvious is the color. Let's start with the red, or on the left, and we'll move to the middle, then to the right. If you look on the left, you see a primarily red truck, but then you see black doors on it, which is really cool. You even see a black roof. That is really interesting because not only will you be able to make your trucks and equipment, so forth, one tone. This is two-tone coloring, and I'm sure you could choose black or white or whatever you want. Look at the wheels as well on this. You have completely black tires and wheels. Let's move to the truck right in the middle. It's white. If you see, the doors are the same color as most of the truck, but then you see a blue stripe down the middle. Look at that design. That's pretty cool. And so I'm sure that stripe could be red, it could be yellow, green, blue, purple, any color you want. Could even be white, just like the truck. But if you look, the tires are black, but the wheels in the center are white, and they are still a different design from the red truck. If you notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spokes, and even the design in the middle is curved in as opposed to the one on the left, the red truck, where you see they're fairly flat. Now if you look all the way on the right, you see a black truck, a completely black truck, black doors, but you see red stripe. But this is a different red stripe, or this is a different stripe design from the middle. This is just a big deal to me because you'll be able to customize It looks like everything so detail oriented. It's not just a stripe. It's a double stripe with black in the middle. As you look at the white truck, you see it's a solid stripe with a little bit of white and then the rest blue. It's just really awesome. And look at the tires, guys and gals. You have all black, but then in the center you have this gunmetal and I don't know, a huge amount of little spokes. I think that's really cool and amazing. Of course, guys and gals, if you want to read this to yourself, I'm going to just do a quick summarization. But what Giants is telling us is that, of course, we're going to decide what engine we're going to have. If you look at my facts sheet videos, those show you a lot of the equipment, a lot of the things that will be added and what will be coming back to 17. But I do show you that engine will be an option, and of course you're going to have to pay more for that. But that's really interesting. It'll affect how your tractor moves and pulls and so forth. You're going to be able to choose, of course, wide or narrow wheels for different jobs. It's going to give you traction, less traction. You will be able to lease some of these pieces of equipment. Guys and gals, that is such a big deal. If you can't afford the Scorpion, let's say, you'll be able to lease it for a little bit. Now, it depends. Some items you probably want to wait and buy because if you lease it, in 2-3 days, it might add up to what it costs. But the idea is that you will be able to have these pieces of equipment if you really need them without all the money. Now let's look at this screenshot. This explains so much. Now this is my favorite screenshot, guys and gals, that they have published due to customization. Let me go all through this. There's so much in this photo. I think it's really important to look at. Let's start at the top left. You see shop, so that's the regular shop. You'll be able to activate this. This UI pops up and it shows you categories. So this person has chosen to look at tractors, and then they've chosen this tractor, the Stair Multi. Now here's really what is cool, that there's a configuration tab. You see he has $9.8 million, and so it'll allow him to do all these things. Let's go to the left with the photo of the actual tractor right there. It is the multi-tractor, but what is it? Well, you get to choose on your right, and we'll get there in a little bit. You see there's tires selected. It looks like an engine or fuel option right there. Then a star, I'm not too sure what that is. An engine option, and then the last one I think could be a front-loading attachment. Shows you this is 130 euros a day to maintain. 84 kilowatts of power and 114 horsepower for this tractor, standard-wise. 150 liters of gas that could be put in here, petrol, and 40 kilometers an hour is a top speed. Now let's move on to the center of the screen or to the right. Front loader attacher. So you can choose if you want this tractor to have a front loading attachment or not. Basically the hitch. And so it's 800 extra euros. You hit yes, and it is. If you don't want it, it's 800 less. That's really, really cool. That is an amazing option there. Now the engine setup, this person has chosen the Multi 4115. That's 7,500. Of course, we don't know what the other option is. We don't know if this exactly is the cheaper, the more expensive option. But the idea here is that you'll be shown your amount. So you could say, let's go the cheap route now, or no, I have the money, let's go the expensive route, I gotta tow heavy things. You look at the color there. This is orange, so your tractor is going to come out orange. That's another $800. If you don't care about the color, then you just leave it blank. This will be really cool when you start raking in that money and you want to have a certain fleet, certain color. It'll be really amazing. Wheel setup, you get to choose the tires. I'm not sure if you'll be able to add certain tires later. I'm sure you will be, but this doesn't really show it to us. It just shows you're going to buy this tractor right now with these wide tires. And the design is forestry. I don't know what that means. It's 8,000 euros. I don't know what other types. Maybe there's like a city design and so forth, but we'll have to take a look at that. Let's look at the bottom here. Base cost, 4,900 euros per operating hour, 4,900 euros per day, 990. That totals up to 10,000, almost 11,000 euros. Now look, there's a back button, there's a lease button. So I'm guessing that would be the cost of leasing it, 10,000 euros a day. Now, if you need it for 1 day or 2 days, that's probably worth it for you because you just got to pull a certain load or maybe pull some animals and so forth, and then you just return it and then you don't have to pay it anymore. But look at the right, guys and gals. It shows you $82,000 is the base price. Now, if you total up all of those upgrades on top, it's $17,000 extra. And that brings a grand total for this tractor to $99,800 now, or 99,800 euros. Now, if you're gonna lease this for more than 9 days, that's probably not worth it because you might as well just buy it. But I think this is a great option. What if you don't have 100,000 euros? Well, just spend 11,000 and you can have it for a day. And then you return it and then you're good. It's so amazing, guys and gals, all these options. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. Pretty much this is the end of the devlog. There's a few other things, but this is pretty much the primary source of information. Thank you so much for your support. Again, I want to hear what you think in the comments below. Are you excited for this? Do you love these options? Is it too much? Because, I mean, there's just so many options, guys and gals. Thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget, guys and gals, be hope.